I'm now with Moses Indorotu, the man of the moment in e-mobility here in Kenya. Nice to meet you, Moses.
Nice to meet you. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Welcome to Kenya.
Thank you very much. Asante.
Yeah, excellent. Now you're learning.
And he is the Chief Revenue Officer of BasiGo. So Moses, I've been here in Kenya for some time now, and I realized the most popular or common means of transport is the matatus and Uber. I was wondering why BasiGo didn't go into this diesel-powered matatus but decided to go into electric buses.
I think first, if we go back to founding of BasiGo, BasiGo was founded, our two founders came up with this company during the COVID period. And what happened during COVID, at the beginning of COVID, there was a time when all matatus just stopped, all your diesel matatus. And what happened is the air just cleared. And sitting here in Nairobi, you could see Mount Kenya, which is around 250 kilometers away. So we from day one, we were always going to be a company that wanted to both impact transport and also impact climate. So we are very clear that we needed to be able to be in that space that was going to revolutionize public transport, but also give Mother Earth an opportunity to breathe, an opportunity to just move on into also what we call green or actually better sustainable transport.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. What is the approach or the model here in Kenya? Are you guys importing these buses into the country and managing or operating these buses yourself?
So number one, maybe let me start. We are not an operator. We don't operate buses. What we do is we make these electric buses accessible to operators. So for example, we've got six operators currently who are doing different routes. So our model is right now is we are currently the buses we have been imported from China, but the next set of buses towards the end of this year, and which will be delivering to customers early next year and quarter 1 next year, will all be locally assembled. So we'll bring them as complete knockdown kits, assembled here in Mombasa, and then pass on those to the clients. But our model is basically a pay-as-you-drive model. So there's two ways you can do pay-as-you-drive. You can buy the bus outrightly, where you pay an equivalent to the diesel bus, and then you sign a battery lease agreement with ourselves, which is based on per kilometer. So if you're doing 200 kilometers, you will pay for that 200 kilometers every day. And what do you get from that? You get all routine service and maintenance, you get all charging, we even clean the bus overnight for you. The other model is complete lease. So you just pay a deposit on the bus, and then the rest is on you just lease the bus at a higher cost per kilometer. So right now, if you buy the bus, it's 23 shillings per kilometer. If you lease the bus, it's 40 shillings per kilometer. But you'll only pay 500,000 shillings, which is roughly 10% of what a person who's buying the bus. And then you can start business on day one. Yeah, and you start earning higher revenues on day one, and you start cleaning the Nairobi air on day one.
Fantastic. I think this financing model is innovative. So how convenient is it for passengers or commuters to access these BasiGo buses?
So we are trying to work with our operators to make sure that it's more convenient. So right now we have, from the website, we have a bus locator. So if you are in a route where, yes, you can
Did you say a bus locator?
Yes, you can go to our website, click on the bus locator, and depending on the route you are, you could actually see where the bus is. Another way we are making this more convenient is we've actually launched an app. The app is to support the operators. So you can download an app on Google Play Store. It's called Journey. And then you are able to pre-book. Right now we're only operating on one route, but we intend to just open up more routes. And you can pre-book your seat for the entire week or even 2 weeks, so that way it becomes more convenient. So like I would say the other day, yesterday was the first day we had 100% bus pre-booked. Every seat was pre-booked in advance. And so those are the things we're trying to innovate and make it more convenient for the customer, and also be able to give a higher return on investment for the actual bus operator.
Fantastic. That is innovative. So now my last question to you is, how are we going to ensure a rapid shift to this e-mobility in Kenya or Africa as a whole?
I think you're almost a Kenyan now. You've been here a few times. In fact, I think we can say Kenya is home to you.
Mimi ni Kenyan.
Wewe ni Kenyan. So if you think about the last time you were here, maybe 6 months, 3 months ago, that immobility was almost like an infant. Now it's in the top of everybody, from the president to your ministers to government officials to operators. You can see how many startups are in the two-wheeler market, in the three-wheeler market. We are seeing vehicles now, passenger vehicles, Hyundai, JSC coming in with us who are doing buses. So what has happened is, number one, in the current tax law, they've just removed the value-added tax of 16%. That goes directly to the cash flows of anybody who's bringing electric buses or anybody who's buying electric buses. There's a big push on two-wheelers. I think with the Africa Climate Summit coming to Kenya, government is committed to actually make electric mobility a reality, and it's actually given a more emphasis because in Kenya we have 92% green energy from geothermal, from wind and from hydro. So that way, if we can then use all this green energy to actually create green transportation, and government has finally seen that opportunity. And of course, diesel prices, fuel prices have been going up and up and up. So if we can then save the end operator or the end user that cost, that hiking cost of fuel by going electric, it's a win-win, and I think that's how we are going to electrify transport in Africa.
Fantastic. Indeed, the future is electric. Nice talking to you, Moses.